Live like an anthem.
We'll give it a shot. Whoa, halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
What do you think was the tight pants that got them to hit those notes? I think every single person within earshot of my voice right now, and every person that you know and every person that I know, we all have the ability to transcend mediocrity, to find a groove and achieve greatness. But I tell you this, it is never an accident. I want you to risk really well. I want you to risk really well. In fact, I want you to risk like a love song. I remember one day I was going to a theme park with a bunch of my friends. What you need to know is one of the friends that was going was a girl that she had caught my fancy. And there she was, radiant, brown hair blowing in the breeze, sporting those Reebok sneakers. So I just, right there in front of the whole crowd, everybody, I just walked right up to her. I looked her right in the face, and I said, I can be your hero, baby. I could kiss away the pain. Oh, yeah. Now we're still dying. Forever! That's not what happened at all. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I grabbed her by the hand and I just started walking. And I remember thinking in my head, man, if she lets go, I'm in trouble. Like I'm the laughing stock, I'll never hear the end of it. But if she keeps holding on. Well, this was like my great moment, right? And you know what? Hands. Touching hands. I got songs for everybody, come on. Reaching out. Here we go. Touching me, touching you. Ba-da-da, sweet Caroline. Ba-ba-ba. There you go. She didn't let go. She held on. In fact, here's an interesting little caveat. She's still holding on. We have been given this extraordinary life with all kinds of opportunities, and we all have the ability to achieve great things. Is there something in you? Is there some untapped potential in you? What can you do to go head and heart all in and risk like a love song to see something great happen? The love song code is just simply this, asking yourself, what do I want to do? Do I want to live the what if I could life? Do I want to live and love the what if I could life, or do I want to loathe the what if I had one? And then decide, I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to live the what if I could life. I'm going to risk well, because life is too short for anything else. Respond like a jazz player. After 20 minutes of fussing with a broken lockbox. You're 3 o'clock, no shows on you again. I get it. Client's gone soft on you. And you just want to punch them real hard. I know. But you must learn to handle the adversity if you're ever gonna make it in the world of realty. Or any place else for that matter. Oh, and if it were easy, well,
everybody would be doing this. All right, I wrote that just... Thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. I had to ask for that applause, I'll remind you, but you So respond like a jazz player. I believe it was that great, lucid, and very articulate voice who often drops pearls of wisdom into humanity. Mike Tyson, anyone? Yeah. With the face tattoo thing going there? Yeah. I believe he said once, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And I love that. Because it's just so true. Birth of jazz to me equals an oppressed group of people going through incredibly adverse circumstances, finding a voice, a vehicle, and an outlet to deal with the negative things in their life, taking things that would otherwise be negative and turning them into something completely new and positive. Brilliant.
So, for example, there was an E, but now there was an E. You follow me? There was the old D to C. But now
we have D, C, you see. Listen, I don't know how many chords there are in the realm of music, and frankly, I don't need to know. It's not keeping me up at night or anything. So, don't research and email me. I don't care. But what I do know is this: that a large amount of those chords are owed directly to jazz musicians and jazz music, who opened up entirely new chords, facing difficult circumstances in their life, saying, how do we channel this into something positive? And they end up unlocking new sounds, new chords that had never been heard before. And I just think we could all learn a lot from that.
What if, in our lives, what if adversity is a gift to us? And what if it's moved you out of your box of comfort and you could say, great, now it's time to start thinking out of the box for new solutions? Because maybe right now the thing I'm enduring, I'm supposed to open up new chords that I've never even heard before.
What if adversity is a gift to you? And what if it's meant to come into your life so that you could unlock new chords and new sounds and things that you had never heard before and or experienced in your own life? Things that would shock you. Things that would be like, I didn't even know life could sound like this. I didn't even know I could do this. I didn't even know this was possible. And it would never have happened if something bad hadn't happened as a precursor to push you out of comfort into the realm of what now?
And so the people that I know that transcend mediocrity, they risk like a love song. They respond like jazz players, and they live like anthems on purpose. Because greatness doesn't happen by accident. There's a guy named Johann Wolfgang van Gogh, which is possibly one of the coolest names you've ever heard. He says, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do.
But what if this adversity thing and tension thing, what if these are good things? What if tension is good? What if tension in your life is a good thing? And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Rob, you were pushing it way too far here. There's no way this is right. And if I were you and you're a savvy person, I would be demanding some sort of proof. How could tension ever be a good thing? And the only thing I could offer you as Exhibit A is this. My guitar.
A basic acoustic guitar is made up of 6 strings, 4 of which are wound. Do you know this? They're wound strings. They're wound really tight. Do you know anybody like that, by the way? Who's like wound really tight? Maybe you are wound really tight. I don't know. And the other 2 strings are not wound. They are far more delicate and brittle. You know anybody like that? Maybe a little more delicate disposition?
These 6 strings are taken through a bridge. They're run across a fretboard. They're saddled into a little small strip of bone called a nut. They're taken into what are called machine heads or tuning pegs. And then those machine heads are cranked up, and little gears rotate back here. And guess what gets applied to wound tight and or brittle strings? Tension. It's not hard to see where I'm going here. Can't avoid the tension. But let's find the right tension, right? Because you don't want too little tension in your life, let's be honest. Too little tension? Oh, that doesn't. This is where the potheads are. You don't want it. Nor do you want too much tension. I mean, whoa, that doesn't feel good. You know, you stretch it enough. Suddenly the strings start snapping and breaking. You don't want that. But you get that thing in the right tension. You get a wound tight inner brittle string managing the right tension with other strings that are balanced and managed in the right tension. Oh, suddenly you start hearing new sounds, things you've never heard before.
Like, what if the strings were like people, right? And what if, like, the goal was not to leave a tension, it was like to live in the right tension?
And what if, like, marketing and accounting were in balanced tension together? What if, like, producer and consumer were in balanced tension together?
And you might just find the anthemic life you've been looking for.
Gina works a diner all day, working for her man. She brings home her pay for love, for love.
She said, we got